Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Michael's Supported Italia. I'm Michael, and tonight I'll be making a great dish, fan favorite, especially around the warmer weather climates, and um, it's bright, it's colorful. So tonight I'm gonna be making pasta primavera. It's a great dish. So it's very, very simple to do. I'm using red pepper, green pepper, yellow pepper. I'm using also yellow squash. Again, very, very simple to do. My pasta is already done. I just finished it up. It's sitting in the bowl right now, ready to be joined together with the vegetables. So I'm going to put that together for you. I'll show you what that looks like. It's pretty simple. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay. I like to use the Cento extra virgin olive oil. Always works best. And just let that heat up a little bit. What I'm going to do is once I put my peppers in there, I'm going to throw roughly about a tablespoon, 2 teaspoons I should say, of salt, a little bit of pepper, add that to the peppers, some Italian herbs, some dried Italian herbs. And you can use, again, this is a very versatile dish, you can use whichever herbs you want to use, it's great. So my oil should be just about hot. I have the oven on, or the stove on already. So first I'm going to do is I'm going to add my peppers. Now I don't like to make them where they get soft. I like to have just a little bit of a bite to it. I like that. Again, all together up to you. Some people like to have it when it's really, really soft. That's not my preference. So, do it the way you like. Okay. Get that all blended well together with the olive oil. A little bit of salt and pepper. And some any kind of herbs you want. Any dry herbs, parsley, basil. Whatever you want, rosemary, whatever you want to put in there. And I've also, when I got finished with the pasta, I'm using bow tie pasta. You can use any pasta you want. You can use, ziti's or pennies, whichever you prefer. But so I'm using bow tie pasta for this. And I've taken about a cup of the pasta water. I'm gonna blend that in there with, as everybody knows, with my grated cheese, how much I love that so much. So that's gonna get put in there as well. So again, I don't like to make it where it gets soggy and things like that. I like to have a little bit of a bite to mine. Again, it's all up to you, whichever you prefer doing. That's up to you. So, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this cook just a little bit, and then I'm gonna add the yellow squash to it because the squash is a little bit softer. So I don't like to put that in at the same time as the peppers because it'll cook much faster, and then it'll the peppers will have a little bit of a bite, and the zucchini and the squash will be very, very soft. So, but there's that famous sizzle that we all love. It's smelling great in here with the herbs and the olive oil and obviously the peppers. And I like it. You can use green and red. You can use just one color if you want. Primavera to me, it should be a very colorful dish. It should have a lot of color and it should have a lot of brightness to it. And at the end, what I do is I add the pasta water, I add the grated cheese, I blend everything together, and at the very, very end, I add some diced or cut in half cherry tomatoes or plum tomatoes, whatever you want. So just get it. It gives it an extra texture, gives it more color, has a fresh flavor to it. Like I said, I'm just going to cook this down just a little bit, not too much. Nice vibrant color. That's what you want to see, like that. Again, all up to you. You can use all the same color if you want. And in primaveras, people use broccoli, they use carrots, they use peas. I mean, let's face it, you can put anything you want. Any kind of pasta, any kind of vegetable, whatever you want. It's a totally versatile dish. Some people like to add chicken to it. Also, whatever you prefer. But this is quick and easy. Like I said, a lot of things that I make, come home from work, 5:30, 6 o'clock, whatever time you come home, you've got a family that's waiting to eat. Pound of pasta goes for about 4 people. Obviously, you take this and you double it up, but within 20 minutes from start to finish, everybody's sitting down and eating. So I'm gonna give this about another minute or two. And then I'm going to add my squash into it. And I use a yellow squash. Again, whatever works for you. You can use zucchini, you can dice it, you can slice it up. Again, Whichever way you do it is great for you. You know, this is it's definitely a great summer mixture. It's a great summer dish. Some people like to eat it cold. They like to make it up and eat it cold. Again, all to you, whatever you want. I like to have it like this. So, but you know, so it's each his own, right? So, but again, you know, the pasta's already done. Still nice and hot. That's I use the bow tie. And then once it's all together, we'll blend it all up nice. Put it with the cheese and the pasta water. It makes like a nice, thick, creamy sauce. Doesn't get any better than that. All right, I'm gonna give this probably another minute. Some people like to roast the vegetables, put it in the oven. That's great too. Whatever. Again, it's all whatever you prefer doing. Generally, I don't like to cook it down too much because, you know, obviously vegetables have a lot of water in it. So what I like to do is I like to cook it before the water starts to drain out. And that's why I like it has a little bit of a bite to it. The longer it cooks, obviously the more fluid and the more water is going to come out of it. Especially once you put the salt in there, it draws the water out. We're almost there. Probably another minute, maybe another minute or so. And then I'm going to take my yellow squash, put it in there. You know, here you can add probably about 2-3 cloves of garlic if you like. I don't add the garlic to mine for this dish. Again, it's all based on preference. So I'm going to add my yellow squash in here. Blend it all around. And again, it's not going to cook very, very long because again, the squash is, you know, it's very soft to begin with, so it doesn't even cook very much. And every once in a while, I just steal a piece of it. Just like that is great. Yeah, it's cooking down nicely. Might have add a little bit more olive oil to it. So you can cook them down, you can make them real thin strips if you'd like. You know, again, it's all up to you. Cooks faster that way. What I'm going to do, once that's finished, I'm going to take my bowl, I'm going to put it in there, I'll blend it around, I'll pour my pasta water in there, throw my grated cheese in there, blend it all up nice and make that nice creamy sauce to it, and at the very, very end, blend some tomatoes that some cherry tomatoes, I cut them up, and you mix it in there with it. Gives it a nice fresh flavor, it's just so pleasant tasting. It's also great, especially during the summertime. You can take the vegetables if you want, you put them right in the grill, you grill them up on the barbecue. You get that nice roasted look. A couple of nice seared barbecue lines, then put it in there also. If you are going to use carrots, make sure you slice them up really, really thin, because they take a long time to cook. It doesn't absorb as well. looks like we're just about done. It's beautiful, right? So, all right. I'll take my pasta. Put my peppers in there. This is where smell-o-vision comes into play. Start your stove off. And then you're just going to blend that around. Pick up what drops. So now, I'm going to get my pasta water in here. Like I said, roughly about a cup. And just turn it. It's always easier for me to use the tongs. Put the tongs in there, I put it in and I twist. It limits how much the animals eat. Okay. And of course, that beautiful white gold grated locatelli pecorino romano. Put that right on the top. Just blend that in. And then last, I put the tomatoes in because you don't want them too hot. Beautiful. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the pasta Primavera. Very, very simple to make, absolutely delicious, and your family is just going to love it. Again, you can use many different things. You can add it with chicken. You can add it with anything you want. You can add shrimp. People do a lot with that. And I'm going to take a nice little plate. I hope you don't mind. But I know this is the part you guys don't like the most because I'm going to eat it right now. But the good thing is that you'll be able to make this for yourself and your family as well. A little tomato. Looks absolutely amazing. So, let's try this deliciousness out. Pepper, tomato. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Well, ladies and gentlemen, very simple dish. It's pasta. It's any vegetable you want. I used a green, a red, and a yellow pepper. I used a yellow squash. And it's really that simple. And just some seasoning, salt and pepper, a little bit of dry herbs, a cup of pasta water, a half a cup of grated pecorino romano, some tomatoes diced up, and that's your dish. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me on this edition of Michael's Supported Italia. And until our next adventure, have a great evening and arrivederci.